it's the best decision I've made. Just speaking for myself to try to do it the right way and not be like, oh, it's okay, it's cool if I do X, Y, and Z. Because you're really shortchanging yourself, and I think you're shortchanging the relationship, and because you have like a lifetime to do everything you want to do, and if you try to do certain things before it's time, I think you probably just miss out on that excitement on certain things when you get older. So, and it's fun, It's like a box of chocolate on a wedding night. Don't know what you're gonna get.
You don't even pick out your own chocolates these days and make your own box of chocolates, so you do know what's in it.
Well, I don't know. I love to respond to that. Been there, done that. I mean, it's when you feel like it's something special, I think you kind of nourish it a little bit. Beside, when you feel like there's potential there, I think, and also I think it's a good tester if you really like somebody to kind of wait and just see how will this go. How will this go? Is the fire real, or is it a byproduct of us just being really attracted to each other? So
I think that's a good point. If like in marriage too, like afterwards, a lot of that physical stuff does fade. Like you may not, as you age, I don't know if you may not be as physically attracted to the other person anymore. What is going to keep you there? What's the foundation of like your relationship? Is there like a real friendship, or how do you feel about the person just in general? It's not so much about the superficial stuff. So
yeah, as with any relationship, it has to be a friendship. I think the things that we kind of outlined today, I mean, I think is a good way to kind of sift through the riffraff and kind of build a real friendship, that's beyond the physical.
I know a lot of people though, they say, if you wait till marriage to have sex, then what if you get disappointed because the person is not good, or the sex itself is not what you expected? What do you do then? Like, you're stuck. But I think a lot of people don't understand, like there's like a beauty in being with somebody when you're married, and you just like, there's more than just a physical connection. I think when you have sex with somebody that you really truly love, and I don't think like being good, I guess people who are, if they're both virgins, they kind of learn together like what the other person likes, and I think communication probably falls into that.
I don't want to say, I think, okay, people been having sex for like thousands of years, and like, I don't want to say it's not that hard, but I mean, it's like, that stuff you can learn those things, it's like, you can learn what your partner do not like, and those type of things. I mean, it's not like it's trying to dunk a basketball, for instance, and you really can't dunk, as you can never be able to dunk. I think, I don't know, does that make sense? I mean, it's not something, I think for everybody, it's something you could bring that'll be able to please you. I don't know.
So are you saying that usually people who, let's say like you have a one night stand, let's say like you go back to your girlfriend, you're like, hey, this guy wasn't so great. You think that it's more of a spiritual and like less of like they don't have a connection, so they don't feel that.
Well, I mean, I know it's
magic.
It's a physical aspect to sex that you can have a one night stand or whatever the case may be, and be very enthused. That person's a great lover and things like that. But I think when you're actually madly in love with that individual, I think that brings a certain amount of passion to the actual sex life that is unmatched. If you say, you're really attracted to Peggy Sue, and you know, y'all do y'all thing after a couple of weeks and y'all wasn't, you know, y'all not sexual compatible or whatever the case may be, I think it's different, my opinion, than somebody you really truly love and different things like that. And I don't know. I mean, it should be interesting not being married, but I believe that sex is just not a physical thing. I think it's more of a it's more spiritual than anything. It's more spiritual than physical, I think. And through that spiritual, you have more of excitement or thrill, the best word to use, in the act. You know, like the people that have a lot of sex, for instance, it's harder for them to be connected with individuals after a certain period of time, because it's more of a spiritual state than physical. That's another conversation for others, but I think more in love you are with a person, I think it allows more room for learning that other person in a sexual type of way, maybe.
Do you think it would be a good or a bad thing because people who have sex beforehand, they have something to compare it to? They could say, like, they felt like this connection with that person was better, and then they get married and they're like, uh-oh, this guy, like, it wasn't as great as the guy before. Like,
yeah,
that's
I mean,
one of the downfalls.
that's tough. I mean, that's tough when you like comparing, you know, you comparing Adam to, you know, to Seth, and he's like, dang, I mean, he can't do it like he did, but I love such and such. That's tough. That's tough. Living in realities of most people don't wait till they get married to have sex and stuff like that. Talking to that individual, I'm sure they would rather, for the woman, definitely, they would definitely rather be with somebody they love than somebody who would probably, you know, not lay it down and then they never around or they treat them like crap.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure they would probably, I mean, most women probably would rather have somebody who's there and loves them. I think those things you could work on, though.
I meant just more comparison, like,
That person's like taller or whatever the case may be, or physically or whatever the case.
Yeah, or, you know, size difference or something that, like, superficially makes them better. I mean, there's always factors, but it kind of opens the door. I guess birth control can play a role, but I think it opens the door for kids coming into relationships where, like, there's no stable, solid family. Like, I think it's common nowadays to have, like, a woman have a kid and then she meets somebody else and she has another kid with that second guy. Like, where does it end? Like, where are you gonna really have like a two-parent household? Because I think a lot of times kids miss out on whether or not they don't have their mother around or their father around, regardless of which other one. Like, some kids are with their dad because the mom skips out, whatever. But I think children need both perspectives. I don't think it's okay. Not saying that the kid's not going to turn out all right, but I think that a lot of times when a child is just with his mom, I think they need a male figure, something, a solid role model in their lives. And I think a lot of times when you aren't married and then you start having kids, it kind of just brings a lot more of a mess into the mix.
I agree. I think for me, that's another conscious decision that I tried to make as I got, you know, more mature. Was like, hey, I don't want to have a lot of, you know, I don't want to have kids outside of my marriage, and I don't want to have a, you know, never be able to take care of my kids. Having experienced that myself as a young kid, not being around my biological father, I didn't want to do the same thing. So, you know, I think a lot of times broken homes happen from, you know, not being absolutely sure that other mate is, you know, you want to be with that person. So I think when you kind of could just kind of pump your brakes, see, you know, what's best, You know, do I really want to be with this person, and allow, when you do have a child, to stay around.
Funny though, I remember we were on our, I think it was like 4th date or something, and I was just telling Ryan about the guys I'd been with and how a lot of times I just felt like they just wanted to have sex with me. And he just kind of responded, he was like, well, I don't want to have sex with you. I was like mildly insulted. Thanks for watching, guys. If you guys have comments or anything, just leave it down below, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.
So tell me how long till the day that you love me, and tell me how long till